everyone. I hope you come back. Um, Something was going on with IG in general. Something was going on with IG um, because there was a couple of IG lives that went out. So I hope we can start again. Today is the day of D Truth. D Truth. D Truth. Welcome to D Truth with Damien Hall. And I told everyone that I wanted them to come in as naked as they can be. Yes, I brushed my teeth, I washed my face, I did this to my hair, and I like to um, promote things that I like. I like this. I'm fucking human. Um, is Nisha and Dave Gates out of Atlanta is their new uh, clothing line. Um, and what kind of fucking human are you? You know what I'm saying? Tell me, what kind of fucking human are you? But today is about literally going into yourself and stripping yourself on of who you perceive yourself to be to people and who you are truly are when you look in the mirror and you see yourself. How do you feel? Are you scared? Are you afraid? Are you stressed? Are you sick of your kids? Are you are you finding out things about your wife and your husband or your boyfriend, your girlfriend that you wish you never found out because you are trapped in the house with them 24/7 going through? Are you getting closer to them? Are you getting further away from them? Are you loving your kids more? Are you understanding your kids more? Are you homeschooling your children and are you keeping them on point? Tell me what it is you're doing. So I want people to come in. I want to talk to you real quick, each person. I want to give a minute, two, minute and a half. But I want y'all to relate that this is about this coronavirus and staying at home and the world being on lockdown and many of us trying to figure out what are we going to do, how are we going to make money, are we going to get those those checks from the government, are we getting our um, are we getting our tax returns back so that we can maintain our house, buy some groceries, take care of things? Um, do we have to pay our rent? Do we have to pay rent? How many cities and people out there, countries, wherever you're coming from, however you're coming in, do you have to pay rent for 90 days? I found out today that you can call your mortgage company, your insurance company for your car company, your light company, and you can tell them what you're going through and you can ask them if they can defer the payments to be on the end part of your lease, on the back end of your mortgage or whatever, and you don't have to pay at the specific time that you feel that you need to, so you take some of that stress off of you. But you got to call your people, call your insurance companies, call your mortgage company, call your lighting and your water bill company, whatever. Call them and ask them if they can help you. Because you can't make money. You're not making money. You lost your job. There's over 16 million people. By Monday, it'll be about 24 million people that went and filed for unemployment. Let's think about this. Let's think about us as black people. I know I'm not saying white people and any other thing don't matter. But we are dying at alarming rates. This thing is touching us at alarming rates. When it first came out, when we first heard of it, because it first came out in November, they knew about it. We didn't know about it. But I had friends that was going overseas, coming back from overseas in December, and that was getting sick and that had flu-like symptoms, had pneumonia-like symptoms. They didn't know what it was. They was down for 2 weeks. They couldn't breathe. They couldn't smell during that time. But nobody was saying corona in December and January. Then in February, we kind of started hearing about it. March, nobody really believed it. And then come like the end of the March the 1st, that's when it really hit us. So let's think about this. What is really going on? And why were we told that it doesn't touch black people? Which, when we heard that, some of us said, we ain't going to get it. This virus ain't for us. It ain't going to bother us. When in actuality, now it is touching us in Detroit, Chicago, Mississippi, different areas, New Jersey, New York. And we are getting it. Us, the black and brown people, we are getting this thing. this thing at alarming rates. But I also want people to understand that people were dying from the flu. And I said this earlier, that when you go and you go on and you look up the flu and you look at the symptoms of the flu, you'll see the first symptoms, fever, shakes, headache, this and other. Then you look at extended symptoms. It says like a smell, sometimes taste, and you can get pneumonia from the flu. Then you look at what does the flu look like? And you look at the flu and it looks like the coronavirus look, with a ball, red, yellow, different things with stems from it, right? This virus comes to us. And then you also have, if you know people in Africa, they're trying to pin this thing on Africans, that it came from Africa now, came from Nigeria now. And if we think about Nigeria, they have in Africa, they have 200-something cases, one death. 200-something cases, one death. So we know it didn't derive from Africa. Then you have Russia, and Russia have little cases, and I think maybe 1 or 2 deaths. This is crazy when it's right on the border of China. So we got to ask ourselves the question, what is really happening? How many people really did die in China? What is really happening? Why did it spread so fast into every state? Okay, and some people, we can look at it on a pandemic, epidemic level, and then we can look at it on a spiritual level, where when we all was crowded, going to all these places, cars all over the highways, people throwing plastic bottles and plastic bags and all kind of things, cigarette butts on the floor, everything going on, emissions high, pollution's crazy. And then you look at Mother Earth now. Mother Earth, hello to everybody for being on here. Thank you so much. Thank you very much to everybody that's on here, taking the time out in their lives to share with me for this moment. So thank y'all so much. I'm sending out love to y'all. So I send my heart to y'all. If you have love for me, please show me by giving me some hearts, and I'll appreciate that. But at the end of the day, when you think about what is really happening, why did the whole globe get shut down? I mean, the whole entire world got shut down. So we have to start thinking it's not just a race thing. Yes, we can look at it because racial division has always been through every situation that we've gone through. Housing, economics. Thank you so much, Nikki. 12,000 cases and 94 deaths in Russia as of today. Thank you so much. I give love to that. So look, if y'all can help me out, always give me that. We've always been in a depressive situation where things hit us more. And you got to ask yourself, why is that, right? Because we had Black Wall Street. When that was booming, everybody got upset. They made it into a racial thing, black, white thing, and then they came and they burnt down Black Wall Street. And now we have been in this situation where we feel we can't have it. There's a lot of us who got a lot of things going on, who have a lot of contacts, who have a lot of sponsorships and different corporations that believe in them because they went hard at what they do, who can come and join together, and we can make our cities and our places correct for us. For us, we can bring in the fun, and let's come with the fun. Because when I get myself back up and find new ways to make money, let me talk about myself too, because I said today's about breaking down yourself and not trying to be superficial about, well, I'm a star or I did albums or I did this. I'm going through just the same situations some of y'all going through. You know what I'm saying? Wondering how I'm going to make sure that I got food on the table. How long is my meals and stuff that I bought going to last inside of this home? Also, how is it that I'm going to continue to make money to pay for bills that maybe I still have to pay because maybe they're not going to give me an opportunity to not pay my mortgage or not pay my car notes or not pay my phone bill or whatever. How am I going to do that? Because a person like me, let me strip myself of who people think I am. A person like me, when I made money with Guy doing these tours in 2018 and 19, and then before then, it was a lot of rocky times. Me, and my brother was doing Guy, Teddy was doing Blackstreet, then Aaron, and Teddy got back together again 2016, and then Aaron went on a hiatus, and then me and Teddy did it. I kept on taking my money and taking care of my dad and taking care of certain other people and spending money because I always thought that I would be able to do shows and catch up to myself so I can really start maintaining myself so that I can be okay when a day such as this has happened and I have a nest egg. So to all those, let me say this. When you're making money, don't be so fast to buy materialistic things. Don't be so fast to do that. Make sure you have your home stabilized first. Make sure that you don't buy beyond your means. Make sure you buy the foods that you know you're going to eat. Make sure you buy the consumables that you know you're going to eat, and that you don't buy things that are going to be waste. Because for everything that you waste, every banana, every tomato, every thing of cabbage and lettuce that you buy because you want everything in bulk, and you buying all these meats and you don't eat it and they get frost, freezer burn and everything because you keep them in your freezer too long and you're not really maintaining, you waste money. And now we need money. People need money now because people are suffering. More people now have went into unemployment. So how can we say the economy is right? I want you all to think about this. The stock market zoomed up yesterday because they say, oh, we might be opening up the world again. So the stock market went up higher than it's ever been in 50 years. And everybody thought that's something smart. But yet death spiked, and they're talking about death spiking more on this Easter weekend than ever before. So let's think about what is really happening here. It's like smoke and mirrors, right? It's like smoke and mirrors. Are we really paying attention to what's happening? Are we really understanding that now more than ever, it's not just about words. It's not just about us being in a place where we all feel trapped. We all feel as if we have nothing else to do. When we should really start thinking about who we unite with, like minds of business, because everybody's going on these lives and speaking to various people. Some people are speaking to artists. Some people are speaking to doctors and lawyers and RNs and just speaking about anything. Some people are just acting up because they're trying to find some hope and some peace. But we are living in serious times here. Some people act like we're not in a depression. I'm going to say this. We are in a great depression. We're not just in a depression. We are not headed there. We are there. No matter what you think, we are there. When the economy goes down and shuts down the way that it is, it's impossible to keep on infusing 2.2 trillion. The Fed just did that yesterday. 2.2 trillion for small businesses and for the people, to help them out. That came in. Then you got another 4 point something. Then you got another 450 billion that was hitting within the $2 trillion that were allotted from the bipartisanship 2 weeks ago. But you have people feeling like, okay, how am I gonna get this money? Let me say this. If you owe child support, you're not getting this. If you didn't file your taxes and you didn't go on to do your taxes now so you can get that $1,200, you're not going to get it. At the end of the day, it is important. Nothing comes for free to anybody. Always know this. There's always some kind of hoop or something you have to jump through to get it. And at the end of the day, it is impossible to infuse that kind of money into the system without having a major influx in inflation. Okay? That is impossible. So for everybody to think they're getting free money and we're going to be okay and the world's going to open up in May, I'm saying this is just my view. The world will not open up in May. That will not happen. Because you need 2 weeks, right, to quarantine yourself. They gave us 30 days. In that 30 days, because people didn't pay attention, listen to me. In that 30 days, because people did not pay attention, listen to me. In that 30 days, because people did not pay attention, that stuff spread because you have asymptomatic people that don't believe that this thing is going to hit them, that don't believe that this thing is true, that don't believe that this thing is real, that still believe that it ain't going to affect the black person or the black race, and that it's just happened over there. It ain't really happening over here. For those people that feel as if they can still allow people to come in and out of their house, and you don't know where those people have gone. You don't know what they touched. You don't know what their habits are, but yet you call them friend. You call them family. You call them business associates. So because you get tied up and you get scared and you get cabin fever, you say to yourself, I'm gonna let my friend come because me and him got the same type of thing. We do the same things. We wash our hands. We come in, we come out. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be all good. That's not true. You don't know what somebody do when they're not around you. How many people thought they had a ride or die person with them, that they was doing good business with somebody, just to find out that that person was always trying to find a way to destroy them or to infiltrate, and it wasn't really true to them? What kind of fucking human are you? I'm fucking human. Nisha and Dave Gates out in Atlanta. What kind of fucking human are you? Are you a real human? Are you a truthful human? Are you a stressed out human? Are you a depressed human? Are you a loving human? Are you a helping human? Are you a knowledgeable human? Are you a lying human? What kind of human are you? I love this because I don't wear nothing that I don't believe in. You know what I'm saying? What kind of human are you? But truly, what is your truth? How are you really feeling? How are you coping? How are you coping with the stuff that's happening right now? Because we all have to be thinking about different ways to make money, different ways to maintain ourselves after this happens. Because a lot of people are going to come back to no jobs. A lot of small businesses, 34%, at least as of last week, 34% of the small businesses that got locked down will never, ever open again. Some people are saying, I'm a miserable human right now, but we safe, and so we blessed. That's Daniel Dolce. What's up, girlie? But what is being human? Being human is understanding yourself, understanding who you are, understanding what you want to be, understanding who you want to be with, understanding who you want to be with. Why are you trying to do certain things, right? Because it's a very serious situation when you don't even know yourself. Self-reflection is very important. Trust me, I'm a person, I love being out. I love doing things. I love doing what I do. Let me say, I love doing what I do when I want to do it. And the fact that, yeah, you can still go out there and be like everybody else, still thinking that you can be around in clusters as long as you're 6 feet apart. What kind of stupidity? That's like going, okay, I'm 6 feet apart. Let me walk over here now. Now you move over here. Now you walk over here. Now you move over here. Now you walk over here. Now you move over here. Why? Why even go through that? Just because you don't want to be in the house? Just because you don't know how to use your brain? Because you don't know how to think about ways and method? Read a book. Think about ways how you can help somebody. Think about ways how you can reach out. For those that have money, for those that do, I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm not telling you to spend it and go ahead, because we got to really be smart about what you're doing right now, because we don't know what we're coming out to. I can tell you this, we are definitely going to go into a situation to where things are going to be different than what they were. It's not going to be the same as it was before this. It's not. It's not going to be the same. When 9/11 happened and the lights came back on, we were taking off our shoes, our belts. We couldn't take, large amounts of mouthwash or baby oil. Everything had to be in a 3-ounce or whatever container. Everything changed. And we are going to change now. So I'm asking people to come in so I can ask you, how are you dealing with this? How are you coping with the new self? Because the world is new. We don't even know what anybody's doing. If you're not on IG Live or Facebook, you have no idea what people are doing. And thank God for the DJs, and thank God for those that that were hosting parties and doing everything. You know what I'm saying? Because they still keep us, they keep us happy to not think about the stress and the stuff that we're going through. For those that are going through the stress, I'm bringing one of my friends right now, a close friend of mine, real quick. Everybody, I'm bringing you in. I'm coming in. We about a minute, and we're gonna just tell me how you're feeling. Very important. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. I'm waiting for Mr. DJ Rogers Jr. This is the great DJ
Big
Rogers.
bro,
What up, fam?
what's good, man? How you doing?
Listen, I love you first and foremost.
I
First of all,
love you
thank you for
too,
that
man.
smile. Nigga, look, everybody ain't got that smile, baby. You got one. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, thank God for that, because I sure can't get a haircut.
Listen, bro, listen. Some of us, I just keep myself edged as best I know how. I became my own barber. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I don't know how to do it, so I got to keep it covered up.
That is
And
absolutely fine. But listen, at this time, it's cool to be who you are. And my thing was, I want people to strip themselves. Yes, I went like this, and I washed my face, and I put some lotion on my face, and I said, let's go on. And
yeah,
whenever I do anything, I always like to try to promote people that I care about. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I
love,
love
love.
this. I'm fucking human. What kind of fucking human are you? So let me ask you a question, man. How many days have you been in your house or wherever you are, and how many people are in there with you? And if there aren't anybody with you, and since this stay at home thing happened, do you have people come in and out of your house, and how are you keeping up? How are you keeping up in this situation? I want you to bear yourself.
So, first of all, thank you for the opportunity. Um, I it's very interesting, man, because I have been what some people call OCD, doing too much. Uh, he's crazy, and but I'm a spiritual believer. I mean, you know what I come from. My
Yeah,
dad's a preacher. My grandfather's a pastor. I've been in the church my whole life, and you know, growing up as a kid and hearing and being taught the way that I was taught. Right now, this is nothing new to me.
right.
And what I mean by that is we were taught that certain things were going to happen by faith,
That's right.
based on the word. So having heard those things that as a child, and now to be experiencing anything like them now is like, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, now it's really for real, for real. So I believe what I'm seeing and experiencing for real.
good.
So just to give a quick story, man, I got sick in the early 90s and had a lot of mucus, and it was green, and thought I was dying. I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't have health insurance at the time. And I said, I never, ever want to be sick like that again. And I started learning from just some different people who were holistic doctors, as
Yeah,
well as lining that up with spiritual teaching and understanding. And I learned that you can't get sick if you weren't born. First of all, by his stripes, we are healed. That
go ahead.
means that if you wasn't born with something, it got in you, or you did it to yourself, or it happened to you. So I learned that you can't get sick unless something gets into your nose, your eyes, your mouth, your ears. Your temperature changes significantly in phalanges, which is fingers and toes, your
Right.
head or your chest. So, you know, I made it my business to be conscious and aware of these things. So, I just came out the bathroom, so I wipe my face, but I
Yeah,
don't
you
never
can.
touch. No, what I'm saying is I never touch my face when I haven't just washed my hands. I don't dig my nose. I don't,
That's right.
eat with my hands. I'm the master of eating in the car and eating in the paper. And people be like, what is wrong with you? You know
Super
what I'm saying?
OCD. Super
And
OCD.
yeah,
Super OCD. I get it.
so but it's so interesting to me now that all of these things, which are the ways that I structured my life, are the way, and I haven't had a cold in over 17 years.
Bless.
But all of the blessings, all glory to God. But all of these things come from the way that I shaped my life in discipline based on the word and science. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Okay.
Like
Right.
the word, God created everything. So if you do what the words say, it even say that we'll be protected from these things. Like in Psalms 91, it say like these things won't even come near you. So it's like our habits have so much to do with what happens to us. Because the average person, they shake hands, then they rub their face, or dig in your, and it get in you because you put it in you. So, that being said, but along with that, I wanted to touch on, there's some other things that are going on.
Let me say this before you go there. I don't want you, hold on, because I know this. Listen, because I know exactly. Let me just go into certain things you were saying.
Okay. First of all, I'll let you lead.
No, first of all, when we were younger, and we got to keep this in mind, because you said certain things we ain't even supposed to have. If you wasn't born with it, you couldn't get it, right? That's a given. But when we were younger, especially in our age bracket, we played in dirt. We even ate dirt. We touched the dog. The dog licked our face. We fell in shit. We did all kind of stuff and never caught any diseases. The thing is this, our body is made to protect us because it was made to fight off everything, right? Yeah. It was made to fight everything. When we adhered to the worldly things, and I'm gonna try to bring it in. It said, be ye in the world, not of the world, right? So when we got in the world and we started adhering to worldly things, we started eating things wrong. We started drinking all the wrong things. We partying too hard. We're not sleeping enough. We're not allowing ourselves to understand who we are as a being, a spiritual being. And therefore, it is very hard for us to understand that we cannot put falsehoods in our mouth, speak falsehood out of our mouth, get positive back if we bring it positive out. If we bring it negative in, we can't expect ourselves to be positive within our own selves, right?
The power of life and death is in the tongue.
Is in the tongue. So it's very important that we not only speak, but that we eat.
Think, and we think.
We think, we eat, and we speak righteousness. Meaning if you put righteousness within you, you eat right. And trust me, I'm one person that was like, okay, before I used to eat pork. Now that doesn't mean pork. I don't eat pork anymore because I don't think pork is good for you. That's just me, right?
I don't even eat meat no more.
But that's a good thing. And I'm gonna say this too. A lot of people say if you don't eat meat because meat is bad, and we can do a lot of that's a whole nother conversation. Meat is bad for you. This is that. Don't do this because it brings forth mucus. Fish can give you mucus too. This all kind of stuff happen. Milk ain't bad.
I don't drink milk.
Right, milk, I'm lactose intolerant anyway. But milk is not good for you. It killed. They're trying to actually stop that from being part of our dietary supplement. People are fighting for that. Neither here or there. It is essential because all vegans don't mean they're healthier than people that are not vegans. The pescatarians are not healthier than those that eat meat. But we must be wise about what we put into our systems
because everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation. I'm thankful to hear from you because of this. Because I'm doing another conversation where we can go real deep. Cause I see where you're going. Mm. I'm happy because A, you're OCD. I'm OCD too. 2, you come from the church. I come from the church. Mm. 3, to live that life and actually still walk in it is very hard in the life that we're in because you're also in the same world that I'm in.
Yeah.
Entertainment, right? Your father, one of the biggest singers on the planet Earth, DJ Roger, right? That's just plain and simple for those that don't know, now. At the end of the day, to have someone who's in the business, been in the business for over 30 years, and he's staying home, adhering to not just the stay-at-home law, but adhering to the fact that it's only right to do so. Because if we are trying to touch each other and help each other, we cannot speak it and don't live it. That's the problem with us. A lot of us say, yo, I'm your friend. I love you. I got you. Don't worry about it. If I got it, you got it. And we just talking.
Yeah.
We don't really
superficial.
It's superficial. It's superficial. We should not have to go through any of this situation. Listen, how many of us are getting this stuff and we go into this and we go into 5G? How many of us are saying, I know a lot of people that got the virus. Let's call it, that got the virus, right? I'm gonna do this. And who are sick and who got pneumonia. I've never heard pneumonia spoken, even with the flu. People die more from the flu every year than anything, right? Then you got heart attacks and you got diabetes and you got high blood pressure and you have thyroid issues. You have all these issues. But then they're saying, don't go to the hospital, Don't do any surgeries. Just think about this COVID. And then people are dying like crazy, and they're making these makeshift morgues and all this other stuff. And everybody that died now is all of a sudden dying from the COVID-19 disease. We have to wake up our mind and know that we're being tricked into a situation to make us be trapped within our minds. If you allow your mind to stay trapped, no matter if you're inside your house, then you are going to be enslaved to the system, and you're never going to be able to understand yourself. This is the time for self-awareness.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So watch. No weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Come on, bro.
That one scripture alone has to do with how you live your life, and how you live your life, you will be protected from whatever it is that comes. Like the word says that all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord. So even when it looks bad, like let me just tell you, I ain't really been affected at all. Like, right. To tell you the truth, like the way that I live my life, even like the first week when you go to the store and everything was off the shelves, what I eat was on the shelves. Look, the water that I drink was on the shelf. You know, I don't drink alcohol. Alcohol lowers your immune system.
That's right.
I only drink alkaline water. Alkaline water costs more than regular water. So if you can't get 3 packets for $10, they're not buying that water. You know what I'm saying? My water, my water costs, you know what I'm saying? And I got cases of it stacked. You know what I'm saying? You know,
he's nomad life. He's living a nomad life, y'all.
I mean, but this is my everyday life, because watch this. I believe that when it says faith without works is dead, I think that goes across the board. My faith is in what the word says, so I must live my life today the way that I believe. So when it don't look a certain way, I'm in habit and practice of living that way. So now, like the fact that I don't eat meat, and I just really started that within the last year or so, but I heard that in my spirit. So when I heard it and I disciplined myself to doing it, and then all of a sudden this started happening. I started fasting 2 days a week around the same time that I stopped eating meat. But I heard this in my spirit. Right. So when I disciplined myself to do it, and then all of this happened, it was like, wait a minute. They said you can't really get sick if your immune system is strong. Even if you get it, you'll kick it out. And I'm like, wait a minute. I heard these things. I was obedient. The word says obedience is better than sacrifice.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I don't propose to be no super religious, holy, but I believe in my faith that it's like 1 + 1 = 2.
That's right.
So, you know, the other thing that I'm noticing is all of the things that I choose to stand on that was not necessarily cool to and for everybody else. Now the world is being reset, and all of those things is really the cool things.
That's right.
Oh, so y'all used to talk about me and laugh at me about this, but now you struggling to do this because it's not a lifestyle and a habit already. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I believe the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Like, I look at you, bro, like you've always been a humble spirit, a humble soul. And what happens is when you're like that, the word says that the meek shall inherit the earth. So it's like when you're like that, okay, it may not be that you receive all of the accolades or all of the spotlight now, but if you live long enough,
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? If you are preserved, you know what I'm saying? Because that says a lot, bro. We don't look our age at all. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cats that's 25 that can't stand next to us when we come out these shirts.
What?
Look, don't let us get a haircut. You know, don't let the gray hair.
Don't let me down a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I don't say any of that to be bragging, and I give all glory to God, because that's what God said that he would do for us. You know what I'm saying? So the wealth is in our health. It's like, it's people that got plenty money, man, that they in trouble right now. You know what I'm saying? You in trouble because.
Let me jump on that for a second. Let me jump on that for a second since you're there. And I'm keeping them on because I don't see nobody else trying to come on right now. Let me say this. Yeah. Take your shit off, man. Look.
No, it's just hot. I ain't trying to flex.
You like this? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Take my stuff off.
No, I didn't got
No, but I'm saying this, man. It's like right now, money, yes, it's needed because I'm trying to find new ways to make it just in case, because I don't believe that concerts and events are going to pop off before the fall, if it pops off in the fall. I just don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So it is, and somebody showing you love, Faye Brown 76.
Yeah, that's one of my people's.
Yeah, so, I don't think that's going to happen. So I can't sit back and go, I'll be okay, let me chill. Because, again, for me, telling people to shed themselves of, forget the eyelashes, forget the nails, forget the makeup, forget all that other stuff. We did that. We know that. Show who you really are. And that's why I said people to come on, show who they really are. Tomorrow, I'll just come on and be on some regular whoop-de-wop. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you have to see yourself and say, money, I got all the money, but what can I do with it right now? If you have crazy amounts of money right now, the only thing you can really do is really help somebody. Like, really help somebody. I tell people this all the time. What does it take for you to be okay? I'm talking about, I don't care if you're working, not working, had your own business, if you're the most super of superstars. What would it take for you, not what you're worth, what would it take for you as a human? What kind of fucking human are you? I'm fucking human. What kind of fucking human? What would it take for you to be comfortable? I said to myself, I know if I think about my bills, think about my little children, think about what I do with my dad, I know I need at least $20,000 a month. 20,000 will maintain everything I need to maintain. For me, this is before tax, for everything. I mean, after tax, everything, 20,000. That, right? And you say, okay, I need 20,000 a month. Okay, cool. I'm good. So anything at 200,000, I'm great. Anything above that is just gravy. So let's say if you are worth 20 million, 30 million, 100 million, 500 million, $1 billion. And let's say there's a couple of us that's worth that. What are you doing with your money? Stop right there for a second. If I put $1 billion in the bank, $500 million in the bank, $30 million in the bank, I can go to my bank, I'm gonna get 1 or 2% or a max 7% of my money a year. Max. Let's leave it at 1 for people who not have to do math so much.
Yeah.
20 million. That's 200,000 a year on your money if you did nothing. You didn't invest it, you didn't do anything with it. You're gonna make $200,000 on your money every year. So if you know you're gonna make that, and you know that people need it, especially in these areas, these urban areas that they got one mom and that was doing everything for 4 kids. The kids are not in school, they're not at daycare, they're at home. They don't have enough food. She didn't have enough food. The only food they was eating is when they went to school. Breakfast and lunch. Now she got to worry about how she gonna feed them breakfast and lunch. Now all these organizations are trying to go out there and feed people and give 280 meals today, $1 million worth of meals, and this and the other. What happens when all this come together and say, oh, but we back? Does that stop? What do we do with the money that we have? I am saying to myself, when I start again, this is for real, because when I made my money, I assumed that I was going to always be able to get gigs. Every weekend, I was going to be working. So I took care of my dad, took care of my friends, took care of my family. And literally, I was living, I don't say check for check, from dollar to dollar, right? So every time I did a show, I put the money out. You know, this show, did the money out. Because I wasn't stacking chips, because that's not how my brain thought. I wanted to help. I'm a giver, I'm a giver, I'm a giver. I wasn't thinking about this day, right? This day. Uh-oh, what's happening? But let me say something. I'm not living any different on this day when I had money than when I don't have money. The difference is there are still bills to be paid. So I'm always thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna pay this joint now because I didn't save. So, and I'm telling my story because I want people to understand you can be famous, you can be whatever. I don't want people to think I'm doing so much better than them. There's a lot of people that work 9 to 5 that are doing better than me right now. And that's fun. I shoot myself. That is absolutely, I'm cool. The difference is I have opportunity. I have different opportunities that other people might not have. And I work extremely hard because I don't shut this down. My brain I don't shut down. And you mentioned a scripture in Romans 8:28 is my scripture. And we know that all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord, to them who are the called according to his purpose.
I got
Right?
one more to throw in if you let me. Be
No,
ye
please.
transformed by the renewing of your mind. So I believe what's happening right now in this reset is we're being made aware that it's time for transformation, which means that we need
Come on.
huh?
No,
Which
go
means
ahead,
that
because I
we
couldn't
need
hear
to,
you.
oh, okay, that means that we need to change our minds. So in this season in time, it's becoming evident that minimalism is the new wealth. If you just follow the trends of where life has been going, you know, from the tiny houses to the tiny cars to saving energy and electric this and that, you know, I follow where the money is going, how the
That's right.
money is moving. So when you watch how the money is moving, it's like, wait a minute, I want to be able to move around myself. I want to be able to travel. Like that's one of the reasons why I was in Vegas. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was like, wait a minute. In Vegas, everything is cheaper. You can get a bigger house for cheaper. I can still float down to LA, and I'm in LA right now,
Go
but I
back.
can float down, but I can live the kind of lifestyle that I want to live for the price that I want to pay, and then have the, you know what I'm saying? But
Have the look of the woo
and the feeling.
and the
Because
feeling
here's
of
the
it.
thing, feelings is not facts, and facts ain't always the truth.
Woo. Hold on, stop. Let me do it. Hold on. Listen. I'm gonna show my buff bicep for a second because I got chills on it real quick. I'm gonna see the chills on that great arm. But listen, this is what I'm saying. Listen to me, y'all. The
He got
reason
hot
why
too.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
listen. He said something that is so real.
Hey, somebody
Most
know my
people,
daddy.
most people,
He
most
say,
people.
speak like your daddy, boy.
Come on now. Most people, when you really trying to live right, and I said something real quick. I said, what does it take for you to live and be happy? You can come to Vegas, get the Hoopla house. You can even rent it. You can have 3,000 square feet of house, and you
For what
paying.
you was paying for the
And
apartment in
you
LA.
paying 4,000, but you paying it in LA or Miami or somewhere, right? You got a house, and you cooling. Let's say if you are making that 200,000 or that 300,000 a year, you can actually put 20% down on the house, own the house, and pay a mortgage on your house. Let's say you're really being smart and you're thinking about your money. You can take 10% of what you made and invest it in shirts, hoodies, some kind of business, you know, car hauling, whatever, where you have, and I teach this to my people, every dollar you have, and I didn't do it myself because I was the one that was helping my family out, right? But when I teach this, every dollar you make has to make $10. If it doesn't make $10, then you're doing something wrong to yourself. You're doing yourself a disservice, waking up in the morning, going to job, clocking in, working hard, taking care of your 1, 2, 3, 4 children, being a solo mom or being a household, and one person holding it down or two people holding it down. You can't spend that time with your kids. You can't speak to them as much because when you get home, you're tired, you feed them, you go to sleep, you check their homework, you go to sleep, you go back to work, and you do it all over again. So it's very important for you to know that we wasn't taught when we was younger economics. We were
No.
not taught how to save money. We were taught how to look at things, look at people, celebrities, athletes, so forth and so on, and say, I want to be like them, and I want to drive that. And if I
Yeah.
drive that and I buy that, I got to put those wheels on it, those rims, this kind of car, this kind of system in it, this kind of paint job on it, and I got to make sure that I am living like them. But you don't make the money they make. So you brainwash into being poor to try to act like you rich, right?
The
Now,
new rich is I wear this black t-shirt and I go to the gym. Now my black t-shirt with these muscles is $1 million t-shirt while you
mm,
unhealthy with that $3,000 shirt on.
Okay, hold on. Listen. How many people we see? How many people we see? Listen, let me get one of those to that. Let me get that to that.
Yeah, man. Yo.
How many people we know? How many people we know? And again, I'm gonna go to this. What kind of fucking human are you? What kind
Are
of
you
fucking
evil?
human?
Are you righteous? Are you foolish? Are you ignorant? Are you selfish? Are you hateful? Like, what are you?
Are you God fearing? Are you a giver? Are you a taker? Are you a
Yeah.
liar? Are you a truthful individual? What are you? Are you a friend? Are you a deceitful person? Are you a you know what are you? Are you a lover?
Thief.
Are you a hater? What are you? Like
Yeah.
we have to look at this because at the end of the day, yo, we only have ourselves. We only have ourselves. Hold on a second. Let me see something. Somebody says something. Hold on one second. Much love to y'all too. I love you for that. You know what I'm saying? And somebody asking, what is success? Let me tell you what success is, in my view. And I love, first of all, this is DJ Rogers Jr., y'all, just in case you don't know. You know now, this is DJ Rogers Jr., so you can go to his IG page. This is my man, this is my friend, this is my brother, this is family for real. I don't see him play, this ain't just something to be talking about. But let me just say this. What is success? Success is being able to align yourself with yourself, to look yourself in the mirror and say, I have done the best I can to be the best human I can be, who God born me to be, and who he has raised me to be, to become the person that I am, to be who the world see me as, right? For me, I've always been Albert Damon Hall. Don't get slick. Don't call me Albert. Nobody. Look, I've always been Albert Damon Hall. I've always been the son of Aaron Hall Jr. and the son of the late Janella Romeo Hall. And at the end of the day, for me, I believe that being pure of heart, the Bible says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Now, I might say stuff out of my mouth. I might get upset. I might cuss, and God don't like none of that neither. So I'm trying my best to stop that. But it's hard because this is just my nature, right? But at the end of the day, he says this one time, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. He don't say that 1,000 times in the word.
David was a murderer, but he was a man after God's own heart because his repent game was on point.
On point. Who was Solomon?
His learning game was on point.
Who was Solomon? The wisest man on earth. He had many wives. Mm-hmm. God didn't fault him for having many wives. Hold on, stop that, Damon. Stop a second there. God didn't fault Solomon for having many wives. So people say this in the conversation with Damien. You know, you say you don't believe in marriage, right? This is distilling the truth. This is the truth with Damien Hall. I said, I don't believe in marriage. Why?
Well, let me ask you a question though, Damien. Do you believe in love?
I believe in love.
What's the most important thing?
God said, the greatest of both of these is what? Love.
Love.
Now, I believe in two things, happiness and love. If you're not happy when you're around me, no need to be around me. If you don't feel love when you're around me, no need to be around me. Because at the end of the day, I don't perceive myself to be anybody hot than who I am. I am Damien. I'm very serious about what I believe in. I don't try to down nobody else for what they believe in, for who they are, what they got. I'm not a jealous person. I don't care about your house, your car, your girl, your wife, your nothing.
Wait, somebody asked the biggest question on here. True Aries boss, what's love? Love is a who and a what. God is love, but then love is patient and kind and enduring and long suffering, and it bears all things. It's not puffed up, haughty, prideful. It doesn't seek its own. It's not easily angered. It's unconditional. I could go on, but I could stop when I said it takes no account of wrong or evil done to it, because that's one of the ones where everybody falls off, which means that, and to me, I believe that, you know, aside from God being love, the attributes of love are the attributes of character. Do you have good character? Are you patient? Are you kind? Are you enduring? So if you're not exuding these principles in your relationships and the people that you're dealing with, then you can't say that you love. You might lust me, you might like me, but you don't love me. You feel what I'm saying?
Listen,
And if I'm not doing the same thing, I don't love you neither.
How much people say God be love? Let me say this. Love questions nothing. Okay? Arguments. People have unnecessary arguments for what? Listen to me. I'm not going to argue with you. I don't like arguing because when I argue, it's not good, right? It's like, what is the purpose of taking me out of my zone? Because this is my zone. My zone is I love you. I care about you. I want you happy. I want you to have everything you need to have in your life. I don't want anything from you except whatever you're willing to give from your heart. If I am in need, right, it's from your heart. Anybody know me know if you give me something down the line, when I get it, you're going to get it back because I just believe in that. My love says, I know you worked hard for it for the time that you worked hard for it. You gave it to me without putting a gun to your head or a knife to your chest or anything. You gave to me. But yet now you're getting upset because you don't have it back. So how did you give that to me? Did you give it out of deceit? Did you give it out of what? Did you give it out of kindness? You couldn't, because kindness is love.
People have motives and intentions.
Come on now. Come on now.
I was just throwing that in there.
Nah, listen. It's the thing is this, and I'm learning this because I don't fault nobody. Again, I can say this, I don't fault nobody because at the end of the day, people do things because they want to do it, and then they come up with a way to get aggravated when it don't happen at their timing, right? At their timing. Now, understanding that we all go through things. We all go through things. I go through things, right? And I love deep, and I love a lot of people. Right? Hear me clear here. I love you, DJ.
Like, I love everyone. I just don't like a lot of people.
Listen, I was about to say something.
He didn't say I have to like him, though.
I can love you, and I don't like you because I don't like your ways. I don't like how you project yourself. I don't like the fact that you only cool with certain people, and then with other people you not. I don't like the fact that you try to act like somebody when you're around a certain clique. You try to act like that clique when you ain't that clique. You ain't even that person. You try to act like you have money when I know you don't have money, but you act like you have money. You act like that house is yours, but it's really not yours, and that's okay. But stop acting like you're so much better than somebody else when you really, we all just trying to be whoever God called us to be.
That part.
But let me say this too. Many are called, few are chosen.
Yeah, but you're going to be chosen based on your heart. You know what I'm saying? The Bible says try the spirit and try the spirit with love. So it's like, you know, somebody might feed you, but their intention in feeding you was to have control over you. So I'm here to tell you, man, my life and my career would be a whole lot different if I didn't stand the way that I'm talking right now my whole life.
That's right.
I've stood like this my whole life. It's a lot of people that don't know or understand, well, why and the what. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had to deal with certain things in my life, things that I'm still learning to understand how to deal with, you know what I'm saying? Like different traumas and different things that you've been through that shape you, you know what I'm saying? And you have to learn your way through that. Like, there is no such thing as perfection. At least this is my opinion. I believe there is no perfection, but that there's only progression. And the reason I say that is because if the best always get better, there can't be perfection but God, who's unchanging. You see what I'm saying?
Stay right there. Stay right there. Let me add to that. My view on it, and this is very beautiful. You're getting two views that are the same in different ways of approaching
perspective. Yeah.
Perspective, right? And here it is. The thing is this. I say
they're trying to get us to go to that place.
I know. I know. I see that. Yeah. And I say this. The Bible says, strive to be perfect like the Father in heaven is perfect. When I read that scripture, I said to myself,
strive though. That's a progression.
Right. Hold on a second. So I say, I'm never going to be perfect. Never in my life. There is no perfection. Once you reach a perfected state of mind, there's no more for growth or learning.
Perfection is a direction.
Go
that way.
Come on, man. Yes, you can add to the conversation, Infinity Spectrum. Yes, you can. Please do. At the end of the day, I strive to be perfect because I know I'm never going to make it, and which means that when I'm speaking to somebody like yourself, or when I'm speaking to somebody else that I feel has something I can learn from, that it helps me get to a better place in my life, right? And the more about, if I strive to be good, I'm always going to give a better song. I'm always going to perform better. I'm always going to dress better. I'm always going to keep my body right. I'm always going to eat better. I'm always going to speak better and teach better. I'm always going to make sure that when I am a father, that I can find the ways that I did for my other kids and say, I'm going to do better with these ones. And I'm not going to do what I did before. I'm going to do this now, because no one is perfect. So I can only try to be me, who God born me to be. I say this again, who he born me to be when I came through my mama's womb. And when my daddy implanted, and I came from my mama's womb, and I came out and I grew, and I was a little boy, and I was learning by watching, and I was learning by mimicking, and I was learning by imitating. And then I said to myself, I want to be behavior, and I want to be like, do what she's doing. Okay, cool. Then I grew up and I became a young man. I became more decisive in myself and my thinking. You know what? I want to be a martial artist. You know what? I want to be a businessman. And I took martial arts for 20-something years, and I became that martial artist. And then I said, oh, I never wanted to be a singer. So let me tell everybody this. I never wanted to be a singer in my life. It never was something in my head. I wasn't going, Lord, please let me be a singer. I want to be famous. Never. I did this because my brother came to my school and he said, Damon, I need you to come, and I'm about to be famous, and I'm going to be this, and I need you. I was like, okay. Yeah. My dad said, if you want to leave, leave. I left, helped my brother. I became famous. Thank God. Thank God I'm a person who didn't take fame and say, I'm famous. Who are you? Right? Also, I'm glad to be serious about anything I do. I'm serious about. I don't believe in being secondary to something that I'm doing. I don't like it. Even if someone is better than me, I'm not going to make you think you're better than me, because you got to strive for that perfection. I strive for it all the time in everything, knowing I'm not going to get it, knowing if somebody else is better than me and I'm seeing that, I go, okay, I like that. You don't sharpen my sword. You don't sharpen my sword, homeboy. You should have never done that. I'm coming back hard. You know what I'm saying? I am sharpening and polishing my armor. You understand what I'm saying? Because you only have one life to live on this planet, and you got to make this the best life you possibly can. A lot of us have wasted, I'm included, have wasted time on frivolous stuff, relationships, not thinking you got to be better than what you couldn't be, thinking that you are better than who you really are. You know you can't dance. You know you can't bungee jump. You know you can't drive like that. Why are you getting a car when you can't even drive past 40 miles an hour in your Passat? You know what I'm saying? Like,
a lot of times we're looking at the destination and forget to enjoy the journey.
Come on, the journey. We both have been on this journey for how long? Forever.
Man, yeah, decades.
For decades, we've been on this journey for decades. And at the end of the day, first of all, I want to say, let me say this again. Thank you to everybody who are still on here, who are taking their time out with everybody that's across this IG platform. They can be anywhere listening to music, listening to other people, I don't know, doing whatever. And you take this time out in your life and these minutes and these hours to spend with me. So thank you. I love you for that. And you know, I'll always give y'all love. So if y'all feel the same way, as I always say in times like this, show me some hearts, show me some love, and let me know. And also give love to my man, DJ Rogers.
Yeah, I appreciate a couple new followers. If y'all dig anything y'all heard today.
Yeah, you feel it? Listen, no, it's real talk. Y'all go over there and y'all support them, because I believe in that. Support, 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 because that's very important for us to support each other. You know what I'm saying? There's never jealousy in support. So give that love, show those hearts, go to his page, man, because as you see, and I'm thanking y'all for enjoying our conversation, because it's very important. I can't converse with people all the time, because some people, they ain't got nothing to say. My man got something to say. So it's always love. It's always love to him, because he is speaking in the same frame that I'm teaching. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Because when I talk, I want people to understand, during this time, reflect upon yourself. Don't look at yourself the same anymore. Look deep into yourself and pull out everything that could be a hindrance to your forward movement. Anything that can be negative to your spirit. Anybody that you find yourself disliking or hating, get out of that and try to find some form of forgiveness. Because once you can forgive yourself of other people, I'm going to clock out in 27, 26, 25 seconds. I'm going to come back on. So I hope everybody come back on. It's telling me I got 20 seconds left. DJ,
love is a lifestyle. Learn it, live it, give
it. DJ, come
it.
back on when he comes back on. And we come in. But I love y'all. Hope y'all come back in, no matter how many come. But 8 seconds. Until then, I'll see y'all back in 5 seconds. Love y'all.